of them even they want me wicked. They see that I'm living, they want.
Yo, my people, welcome to my channel, man. It's been a long time loading, but we're finally here. After all the conversations with my friends and family and stuff who've been on to me to create a channel, I thought we'd just go ahead and try and do this thing, man. Seriously. So yeah, obviously the name of the channel is Unruly Gooner. So big giveaway in the title. Gooner business. That's what we're talking. Arsenal. I'm an Arsenal fan at heart. My love affair started with Arsenal a long time ago, Ian Wright days. And since then it's just grew. And yeah, man, till we're here today. I've always been an Arsenal fan, and I'm a season ticket holder for the past few years. I wasn't able to always go and watch them when I was younger because I used to play football myself. That's my background. I used to play semi-pro football to a quite a decent standard, but that career got cut short due to injury and stuff. So yeah, not really doing that anymore. But still got my passion and my enthusiasm for the game, and just want to share some knowledge with you, man. You get me in this talk ball and this, yeah. Because first and foremost, I'm an Arsenal fan, but I'm a football fan, so I want to talk ball and this, yeah. You know what I mean? But yeah, back to Arsenal at present now. It's been a roller coaster season, as everyone knows. The form's been a bit indifferent of late, but I feel like there's progress and there's a light at the end of the tunnel, man. I've got faith in Arteta. I rate what he's doing, and I think, yeah, he can lead us back to some good times. Yeah, like I said before, the form's been a bit indifferent, and our last result against Leicester was a good one, a very good one, and a good performance as well. But before that, the performances haven't been great. They've been okay, but the results have been better than the performance in aspects, like in terms of like the Benfica game, for instance, the 3-2. The performance wasn't great in that game, but we managed to get over the line. And in the first leg, the performance again, it was all right, but we made hard work. We've been making hard work of our matches recently. We haven't been playing, I can't remember a full 90 minutes that we've had that we've been in control of a match, and I haven't really been worried or been on the edge of my seat cussing someone, you get me? Even before that, the Man City game was that's a game that I'd rather just rub out and just forget about that one, because yeah, obviously City, when they turn up, they can turn everyone over, but we didn't really turn up ourselves that game and didn't do ourselves any justice and didn't really make a fight of it. The Leeds game before that was one of our better performances, but again, we kind of made hard work of it towards the end, and yeah, you thought Arsenal were going to be Arsenal and slip up and make them get back in the game, but obviously we got over the line, so it was alright. But yeah, so even if you talk about the Leicester game, the last game we had, bar the first 6 minutes where Leicester were kind of in the game and we gave them that goal, other than that, the performance was good, and I felt in control of the whole game, and I wasn't really fearful at any point that they were going to get back into it. I thought we were in control, and everyone kind of done their thing on that day, and there wasn't really no worries or nothing that I had really during the game, you get me? I know all their danger men didn't really turn up on that day. Barnes got injured, Vardy was kept in the pocket of Mari and Louise, like he wasn't really a threat throughout, and without them two, you don't really see where a goal was coming from, so I was kind of happy and content with the performance. And it's given Arteta a bit of a selection headache going into this game against Burnley tomorrow now, because now there's competition for places up for grabs, and it's going to be interesting, man. It's going to be interesting to see who Arteta goes with. Yeah, I've got my 11, like the caption or the name of the video is called. This is my starting 11. This is the 11 that I think should be starting tomorrow, who I would want to see. I don't know if Arteta is going to go with the same 11. It'll be interesting. There's a few positions where he going to have a bit of a headache, because a lot of man that came in against Leicester last week when he rested a few players, they actually done their thing. So it's not as straightforward as just going with the same 11, because the man that he rested before that, like the likes of Saka, Aubameyang, even Bellerin, Gabriel, certain men that weren't playing that he rested, they didn't really do nothing wrong, and they would feel like they deserve to come back in as well. So it's going to be interesting to see who goes with. That's my 11 anyway, that you lot are seeing right now, that I'd go with. But I want to talk about. I actually want to go through the 11. I want to go through the team and go through each position and just really dissect, and so you can see where there might be a few difficult decisions to be made. Obviously, in goal, first and foremost, Leno kind of picks itself. There's no real competition there for him, and I rate Leno as a goalie anyway. I think he's a good number one and he's solid in his performances. Left back again, Tierney, probably one of my favourite players right now. Plays with a lot of passion and a lot of quality as well. I think for me, he's one of the best left backs in the league, and all he needs is to get a good season under his belt. There's a lot of injuries and he's been in and out, but if he gets a good solid run of games under his belt, I think he can cement that left back place down for himself anyway. It's his anyway, but I think he can really push on and become a top quality left back. Centre back now is where the first headache comes in for Arteta. So personally, I rate Murray. I like how he played against Leicester. Obviously, he had the little scary moment with the goal, where I think it was more communication than a Murray mistake. I wouldn't really put it down to Murray completely. I'd say a communication between him, El Neni, and David Luiz. If they communicated better, that whole situation could have been dealt with a bit better. But yes, I wouldn't really put that goal down to him. But other than that, I thought he had a good game. He kept Vardy quiet. There was minimal threat, and he had to show good quality on the ball as well. And he's a leader at the back. Yeah, he talks, so I like that as well. And the fact that he's left-footed as well kind of complements and gives us balance at the back if he plays with Holding or David Luiz. So I think Murray will probably keep his place, which again seems a bit unfair on Gabriel, because Gabriel, for me, he's our best centre-back, so he should always play as far as I'm concerned. But it would be harsh to drop Murray after that last performance. And Gabriel didn't have his best game against Benfica prior to him being left out against Leicester, so I think Murray probably should keep it for this occasion. But I still think Gabriel is our centre-back, number one going forward. To partner Murray, I'd play David Luiz. Because I think, again, he's the most experienced vocal centre-back at the club, and I think they kind of look up to him because he's been there, done it all, and he gives us something else that the other centre-backs don't give in terms of his distribution. He can pick out the long ball if it's on, and he can carry the ball forwards out of the defence. So yeah, I'd pair him with Murray. I'd leave Holding out. I don't know if he's back yet after his concussion, but I'd leave him out anyway. So Murray and Luiz I'd go with. Right back, for me, picks itself every week. It should be Cedric every week. I'm not a big Bellerin fan. I don't really think he gives us the same balance that we get when Cedric's in the team. I think Cedric is better on the ball in terms of his quality, his distribution. He's technically a better footballer. He's got a better footballing brain than Bellerin. I don't think Bellerin's football IQ is particularly great. When he's there, he's very suspect. He's not great at attacking, going forward. His final ball's normally poor. And defending, I'm never really assured with him in one-on-one defending. Tactically, he's not great. So yeah, I would always opt for Cedric. So I'd say Cedric at the back to start. The two holding midfielders, I'd want to see Partey. I don't know if he'll start because obviously he's been in and out with injuries and stuff, but he looked alright last game when he came on. So I'd start Partey, and next to him I'd put Xhaka. Again, I'm not Xhaka's biggest fan either, but since Arteta's been there, I've seen a better Xhaka than I'd seen previously, but he's still prone to his little Xhaka moments, his little mistakes. But of late, he hasn't been too bad, and he gives us something that Ceballos and El Neni don't give us, in terms of he's got a little bit of steeliness in the midfield, a bit of nastiness that you kind of need in the middle sometimes. So yeah, I'll put Xhaka in there with Partey. Even though I will say that goal that Leicester scored in the last game, I kind of put that goal down to Xhaka as well, because that came from his mistake. Just in our own half, he was trying to play a ball to Willian that wasn't really on, and then gave away the ball to Tielemans, who then ran on to score. Xhaka couldn't run him down because he ain't got no legs, and yeah, it just wasn't great. So, but right now I'd put him in there with Partey. The three in front of the two, so the three behind the striker. This is probably where the biggest headache comes in for Arteta now, because prior to this game, I wouldn't even be talking about Pepe or Willian prior to the Leicester game, shall I say, because either of them have been very, very poor this season in terms of their form. However, the last game against Leicester, Willian showed me something that I've been wanting to see all season from him. The Willian that I knew from Chelsea come out last week. The Willian that gets the ball and can run at defenders and cause trouble and show some quality on the ball, good end product, and just be a handful, be a bit of a threat, because up until now, he's been nothing like that. He hasn't been doing anything furthermore. So he's played himself into contention to start. I personally wouldn't start him. I would, on the right hand side, I would go with Saka, because I think Saka's our best player by a million miles, and he should start for me because he carries the threat continuously. He's consistent and he showed good quality for someone of his age. So intelligent, doesn't give the ball away, strong, everything. He's got a whole package right now and he's just pushing on. So I know there've been talk about him having fatigue and being tired, but I think he's young, man. Let him just go with it. Let him go with it right now. He had his rest last week, and it's a big game against Burnley because we need to get the win. So I'd start him on the right, shall I say. On the left hand side, I would actually put in Pepe for this game. I know it might seem a bit harsh on Abba. I know Abba in his last game against Benfica, he was the one that got the goals for us. But again, I rate Abba, but I think Pepe carries more of a threat out wide than Abba. Abba's more of a goal threat because that's actually his game, and he's a goal scorer. But for me, he's very limited in what he does on the left. Like, he's not going to take on his man. He wants the ball to be played in behind and run all the time. He doesn't really want it to. When he gets the ball to his feet, he hasn't really got any ideas in terms of getting past his player or doing a 1-2, or you know what I'm saying? He's a bit limited on the left. So for me, the balance isn't really great when he's on the left. Even though he's had great seasons playing there and scoring a lot of goals, I just again as a footballer, technically and in terms of his movement and just the way he plays, he's not my type of footballer. But I know what threat he can carry, but I just wouldn't play him there personally. And Pepe's been playing well recently. But again, against Aston Villa, where the whole team played bad, Pepe's been on good form. He's been actually having an effect, and his output's been good in terms of his assists and his goals. He's getting more shots on target now and getting more shots off. I still think he needs to really master his game in the Prem. Like, he's getting used to it more now, but I think he needs to figure out how to get that yard, because he wants to beat a man and he wants to beat them again. Like, he wants to do too much sometimes. But for me, he needs to just be able to beat his man and get a ball in, or beat his man, get his shot off. That's what he needs to do. Like, a bit more productivity with what he's doing, and get a bit more end product, because right now sometimes he looks lost. And I know he's a bit of a confidence player, so I would keep him in there based on how he played last week. I'd keep him in there and see how he goes. In the middle, in the 10, I'd play Odegaard, because I think I know he's been playing last few games. He got rested last week and Emil Smith-Rowe started, but again, I wouldn't. I know Smith-Rowe is injured anyway, so he won't play tomorrow. So Odegaard should start, and I like what I'm seeing from Odegaard. He's getting in good positions and he's demanding the ball. He picks up good areas in the pockets and in between the lines, and when he gets the ball as well, he's got good quality. Like, rarely gives the ball away. Even if he's not getting it and playing a through ball, he's not giving the ball away. He's very reliable in possession, and that's important. If you're a team that wants to keep the ball, you can't just be giving it away. So I like what he's doing, and he'll only get better with games, innit? He hasn't played a lot of games over the past 3 or 4 months anyway, so he's finding himself now, and he's getting used to the team and how the team plays, and you can see that he's going to have a big impact and a big influence on his team going forward. So yeah, Odegaard should start tomorrow. And then up front for me is Lacazette. Yeah, I'll start Lacazette tomorrow. I think when Laka's there, Laka kind of gels it all together for me. He's the forward for me with the most quality at our club in terms of holding the ball up when the ball comes up to him. He can hold it up. He's reliable in possession. His link-up play is a lot better than Eddie's and Abba's. he can play with his back to goal. He can turn. He's got a bit about him. He's got a trick. He can beat his man sometimes. You know what I mean? He's got a better strike. Like, if I'd rather him strike a ball than someone like Eddie or even Aubameyang. Like, if there's a chance, I want to see Laka put his foot for it, because he can strike a ball clean and he's hitting the target more time. Obviously, I know sometimes he had these little dips in form like all strikers do, but right now, I think Laka's been one of our best forwards, one of our better players this season. His goal return hasn't been too bad either. We've been chipping in with the goals. That's something that we used to complain about a lot, because the onus used to be a lot on Aubameyang, but Laka's chipped in with his fair share of goals this season, and I think up front, he's the one that links all the players together. He's the glue for us. He brings in the three behind him, and I think the youngsters like playing with him as well, because they look up to him and as like senior player, and I rate him. I rate Laka, so I'll start Laka tomorrow, which again might seem a bit harsh on Aubameyang because he got the goals against Benfica, but listen, it's a squad game, innit? So Abba can have an impact from the bench tomorrow maybe, and we'll see where we go from there. But I don't think Burnley are gonna cause us any real threat, if I'm being honest with you. I don't rate them as a team really. Like, I know their style of play, they're only gonna come in one style. They come in with physicality, they come in very direct, in your face, try and wind you up. And like they did last time, we played them last time, it seemed like a close game. It was 1-0 to them, but that's when we was on a bad run of form, and then we was actually on top of the game. We had the better chances, but then Xhaka got sent off. If you remember, he strangled, I think it was Westwood, he got sent off, and then that kind of gave them a little boost, and then they went on, and then they got a corner, I think it was, and then Abba scored their own goal from a corner, and they got their little 1-0 win. But other than that, they didn't have anything. They had one little chance early on with Chris Wood. Other than that, they didn't have anything. So I don't really think they're going to pose a big threat to us tomorrow. I think if we play our game, we've had a week off now, everyone should be fresh, play our game, come for them early, and we should put them to bed. I reckon it's going to be a good game tomorrow, a good high scoring game, and I think we're going to really put them to the sword. It's a game that we need to win, and it's a game that we should win based on our quality. Like, Burnley don't have the same quality as us, and how we've been playing recently, if we carry that form into this game, I can't see them living with us. And it's a game of redemption, man. Like, we need to go there and get revenge for last game, because last game when they come to the Emirates and beat us, that wasn't nice, bro. A few teams have done that this season, and a few games that we needed to get redemption, and we haven't done it. Against Villa, against Wolves, we haven't done it. We've done it against Leeds at the Emirates, but this time it's Burnley's time now, so we got to turn up, and let's do our thing against them tomorrow. So it's going to be interesting, man. It's going to be a good game tomorrow. I predict 4-1. I say the 1 because it's Arsenal. You know, Arsenal's like, we was susceptible to letting that one little stupid goal, one little mistake. There's always a mistake in us. So I say 1, but I reckon there's going to be a lot of goals tomorrow. I'm saying 4-1. So hopefully, fingers crossed, that's the result, man. We're going to go for their next tomorrow. And then, hopefully when you see the next video from me after the game, for the match reaction, it's going to be positives. All positives to talk about, and another 3 points in the bag. So my people, listen, this is the first video of many coming now. Get ready for consistent content for myself. And hopefully 3 points tomorrow. Come on, you Gunners.